Well, those of us who are interested in reaching financial success and security have from time to time heard about the very popular concept of launching a company in Nevada or Delaware. Now, although this strategy can be a big winner for some people, it's not necessarily the right move for everyone. Now, to help us understand how this process works, we have invited our business expert, Jacques Luben, a founding partner of Inc.Plan and graduate of Columbia University, to break this issue down for us. Nice to see you, Jacques.
Thank you.
So, who is it right for and who is it not right for?
Well, as a starting point, I think for most people, setting up a corporation or a limited liability company is the right way to start a business. Then the question becomes, where do you register your business? Now, if you have what I would call a brick and mortar business, like a restaurant, then you almost invariably want to set up your business in the home state, because if you are in California, New York, Pennsylvania, you have so much interaction with the city, the county, the state, that you have a legal and tax responsibility to be incorporated in that state. In certain cases, if you have a holding company, if you're earning licensing fees or patent fees or copyright fees, it is appropriate to set up a business in Nevada or Delaware, because from a tax point of view, you do not pay business income tax in those two states if you, as the owner of the business, do not live in that state and if you do not operate in those states. So that's a big reason to set up in Nevada or Delaware. The other big application is that holding companies are often set up in Delaware or Nevada. For example, if you own 5 franchises, Subways, McDonald's, whatever, there are tax benefits to having a holding company in Nevada or Delaware and having the subsidiary companies, which are the actual restaurants, incorporated in the states where they are registered. So a Delaware or Nevada holding company might have 2 McDonald's in Minnesota, 1 McDonald's in Texas, and another one in Florida. So these are things that offer benefits, but you need to talk to us and or an accountant or an attorney to see very clearly how to handle your specific situation.
So if somebody's already been incorporated in, let's say, California, and then they decide down the line they're going to franchise out and have businesses all over, can they go and do it over again?
Well, if in that case, what they might want to do is keep the franchise that they have, and to the extent that they're going to have more franchises, they might build a Delaware or Nevada holding company above it. And as they acquire more franchises, they go underneath that. Now, for international clients, Nevada and Delaware are a very good way to go because, for the most part, they don't have a brick or mortar business in those other states. And it's a wonderful starting point if you live in Europe or in Asia to have a Nevada or Delaware company, because you're getting all the benefits of being a non-foreign business owner. You own the company, and then over time, as you build businesses underneath it, you will register them in those states.
Now, is there a risk of not incorporating a business venture?
I think it's very imprudent not to incorporate. Now, you have to have a certain level of business to incorporate to make it worthwhile. If you're only generating $20,000 or $30,000 a year, it may not be necessary. But once your business reaches a certain level, it's very important from a prestige point of view, and most importantly, from an asset protection point of view. When you have a corporation or a limited liability company, what you've effectively done is separated your personal assets from your business. So whether you incorporate in Nevada or Delaware or in your home state, that is a given. You really should separate the two, because God forbid, if you're in a lawsuit, you don't want to lose your house or your savings. So that's very basic. The other element, of course, is that you're more professional when you have a corporation, because now you're the president of your business. You're not just someone who's working out of their house with an ugly business card trying to go around impressing people. You've become the president of your own enterprise, and as such, you can command the respect of the various parties that you want to do business with.
Now, as we all know, when you're starting a company, budget is a big concern. Is this something that's very expensive to do in the beginning?
No, it's not, because we're in the business of helping thousands of people do it. So when an attorney, an accountant, or a business person comes to us to set up a corporation for themselves or for their client, they're coming to someone who is specifically trained to do that for them. And we've thought through all the steps. We know the difference between registering a company in Nevada, Delaware, or Utah. It's what we do. And it's not time efficient or cost efficient for some of the business owners to do it for themselves. They're better off going to a company like our own that does it every day, many, many times.
And I know your company has a lot of resources, you know, a checkup list and not, you know, whether to do a website and everything really that you need to know for starting your business. And thank you so much for coming on our show and shedding some light on this.
Well, thank you. What we try to do is anticipate what our clients are going to do now, 6 months or a year from now. Thanks so much.
You're welcome.